Captain America Brave New World just dropped this past weekend, and I thought it would be fun to take a look back at all the Captain America movies, including the Avengers movies, and drop a ranking. So stay tuned to see where Brave New World ranks compared to the other movies. And for the Avengers movies, I'm not ranking the movie as much as a whole as I'm ranking Cap's appearance in those movies. So if Cap was barely in a movie, it's going to get ranked lower, even if it's dope. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was awesome in that it shows Sam Wilson's transition from being Falcon to being the new Captain America. Why it was him that was the perfect person to do that. We get our Dark Cap and the US agent character who's still sticking around for Thunderbolts. I didn't particularly enjoy the villains here. I feel like Marvel was getting a little too loose with the super soldier serum, and who was getting it. It should really be something exclusive. Along with Sam being our new Captain America, we get a glimpse at our next Falcon too. There were lots of cool action sequences that are better than you would expect to be possible on a TV show budget. So lots of good, but I really didn't like this show as much as all the great movies that we're going to talk about next. I liked Age of Ultron more than most people. I think it gets a bad rap. It had a lot that I was looking forward to in it, especially Iron Man's Hulkbuster suit. We get more War Machine and some great shots of the team doing what they do best. But with that said, this movie wasn't one where Cap stood out a ton, so I'm putting it at number 8. Infinity War is one of my favorite movies ever and one of the best MCU films, but this one really wasn't super Captain America centric. You really don't even see Steve and Sam until a third of the way through the movie. Cap was in full nomad mode because of the Sokovia Accords, and he didn't even have his shield this time. This was an interesting pit stop for Bucky too, with him taking refuge in Wakanda. His White Wolf moniker was short-lived in the grand scheme of things. He gets an arm upgrade. I love how Rocket wanted to have it. There were a couple cool moments during the battle in Wakanda, but not enough to put it ahead of the rest of the films on this list, at least as not as a Captain America movie goes. Brave New World is the newest Captain America movie, and it's different from all the others because it's the first time we get Sam Wilson in the role for a full project. This is the second time the studio did something like this, kind of like Wakanda Forever, and it was definitely still a gamble. We'll have to wait and see if it paid off, but the movie has a lot going for it. The return of a lot of Hulk characters that we haven't seen in a while, the debut of Red Hulk in the MCU, and while the movie lacks Steve Rogers, it does a great job of showing Sam's leadership and capabilities. And after this movie, I could definitely see him being a great leader for the next iteration of the Avengers. The movie is dope, but its flaws wouldn't allow me to put it above the rest of the movies on the list. I have it at number 7. Hey, if you're still here, now would be a fantastic time to subscribe to my channel. And while you're at it, hit that like button and leave a comment. You're my kind of people, and I want to see you again when I drop my next video. Okay, now back to the video. The first Avengers movie was special because it finally brought together all the various heroes from Marvel's movies to form the Avengers. This was the payoff to what was promised at the end of the first Iron Man movie and the first time in cinema that we had seen something like that happen. It's a classic, especially because of that. So many cool moments of the heroes working together. But as a Captain America movie, it's cool because we get to see what kind of hero and leader he'll be in the present day. He gets reintegrated with society after his long absence being under ice, and he meets his allies that he'll be fighting alongside for many movies to come. They also give him the worst fit of his whole MCU run in this movie. This movie was a lot of fun, but it wasn't my favorite Avengers movie or my favorite for Cap. Captain America First Avengers is good, and I enjoyed it when it came out. Going in, I wasn't the biggest fan of the character, and First Avengers made me like him. It had that cool special effect of making Chris Evans look scrawny. It's a period piece, and that's probably why I didn't like it as much as the other movies. Sebastian Stan, Hugo Weaving, Haley Atwell, all dope. I like Tommy Lee Jones as the general. The Howling Commandos were all right. It really sells you on Cap just being a Boy Scout, and it was really the first piece of the Infinity Stone story with the debut of the Tesseract. Cap in the army gear during the Howling Commandos rescue, and even once he gets his blue suit at the end of the movie, is one of his better looks throughout all his movies. I remember a lot of these moments were shot with 3D technology in mind, and you can't really relive that watching from home. The moment where Cap loses Bucky is iconic, and this movie did that as well as showing how tight they were before that. And it sufficiently explains Cap getting trapped in the ice. The ending was dope, bringing him back into the present day, including Nick Fury, and it leads right into the Avengers. I mean, come on, Endgame has some of the most iconic moments for all the characters, including him being able to wield Mjolnir, him leading the huge Avengers army against Thanos, the time heist, revisiting older moments from previous films, even having him pull out his suit from the first Avengers movie and fighting himself. It was just so cool. We see him getting to dance with Peggy finally, and then coming back as old Steve at the end and passing the torch to Sam. There's just so much good in this movie. This was pretty much an Avengers movie that lets Captain America really take the focus. He gets a major assist from Iron Man. The battle with him, Bucky, and Iron Man was just top notch. The Avengers is a fractured team due to the Sokovia Accords, but it's growing, and we get the debut of Black Panther and Spider-Man. We see Bucky starting to get his life together. Wanda's trying to be a good guy. Vision is now part of the team. Cap's leadership is on full display here. Zemo was a great villain. I love this movie, but it's super debatable whether this or my number one movie is better. But as a Captain America movie, he shares a spotlight a little more here, so this is my number two. Now, this is as good as it gets when it comes to Cap. We got him in the present day in a solo outing. I love that this one fit more in that political thriller category. And even though this is Cap's movie, what Marvel movie is truly solo? He got major assists from Nick Fury and Black Widow, and we got Falcon's debut. This is probably my favorite appearance from Sam Jackson in the MCU. I was impressed that they were able to make Falcon cool because I always thought that character was corny. Anthony Mackie was the perfect actor for the role. They found a cool way to bring Hydra back into things. Cap probably wore his best version of his suit in this movie too, and the movie itself just kind of had a cool factor. So that's the list. Let me know if you agree in the comments, and if you like this video, I have another one that you could watch right here.